Welcome back to the Doorkickers player channel. This is mission 83, Derailed. This is a robbery in progress. The objectives are to stop the robbers from escaping and to eliminate all terrorists. Now, this is one of the more difficult ones, and I will say this with 100% certainty. You cannot get this mission on the first try. You have to know ahead of time where the bad guys are in order to successfully complete this mission. And let's just show you sort of what we did here. So I'm switching over to the ACR silenced. That's what the SD stands for. It basically means it has a silencer on it. Now the silencer does make you move slower. However, it attracts less attention, which can be useful in certain situations. I think I kind of overused it. I typically go with the Panda Stricken now, as I'll show you later, but that's what I went with on this mission. Or am I switching over to the Panzer? So I'm switching over to the Panzer. Um, Great weapon to use. Definitely recommend using it. Assaulter, great. That means we get the most movement out of it. And you can see I'm rocking with the Raider vest, spy camera, and 4 flashbangs. Now, in this utility pouch, you can also swap it out for a lock picking machine for any locked doors. You don't need it in this mission, but that's where you'll find it. So moving on, you can see that I'm kind of just creating a starting point here. And don't know what I'm waiting for. There we go. Probably went to the bathroom or something. So we're going to skip ahead. You can see I'm kind of like trying to plan a route. And the annoying thing is that there's like these little mounds right here that you can't just like step on for some reason. Like there's no path there. So that's kind of annoying. Like it just doesn't let you go through that area. Let me turn sticky keys off. Thank you. And so that does become a little bit annoying. Um, so you can see I'm kind of just planning a route here. And this is where we run into a lot of problems because we got bad guys here, bad guys here. Now these bad guys, let me zoom in a bit so we get a little bit more help. These bad guys right here, right? They are extremely hard to take down. These guys have heavy armor on. And so it's really difficult to get rid of these guys. Let me just, you can see I'm kind of like seeing that happen, and I'm like, you know what? Let me start over. Um, and this is where we decide to throw some flashbangs to kind of help us, deal with the bad guys. You see, I'm kind of arranging it in an interesting way, and that does help. That does help. Um, Unfortunately, however, these two died. So this is kind of tricky. Let's just go ahead and skip to, like I said, so this is a tricky mission. So let's go ahead and watch the replay and kind of analyze from there.
Alpha, go.
So wow, before we even start, I mean, look at this, right? So we've got flashbangs going all over the place. And trust me, you really do need those flashbangs going all over the place.
Flash out!
They're here!
Okay, so I do have the gore all the way up. I don't know why. So it looks like a lot of blood, but you can lower down the gore in your settings in the game. Looking at this route here, so we've got the operators kind of splitting up. Um, it's not really necessary to have them split up like this, especially because once these tangos are down, right? this entire area, all of this has been cleared, right? So you don't really need to kind of split up. You guys can keep your operators together. And you don't need to turn all the way there. You don't need to turn all the way there. You can kind of keep moving on. Yeah, that's a little bit unnecessary. Also, all that zigzagging that they're doing here on the Alpha Delta corner, uh, just watch them here. I kind of like do that. That's completely unnecessary. You don't need to be doing all that. So we throw flashbang into the bus to disorient these guys. Manage to take one out. Very smart move here. So you can see we stepped in with these operators on the Delta side of the bus, right? So they step in for a split second. See that there's a really heavily um, armored bad guy. So immediately step out, throw a flashbang in there, and also look on the Alpha side of the bus. You'll see that I repositioned these guys. So these guys were meant to go that way, and instead I've got them going into the bus to help deal with this Tango right here. Look at that, right? So I have them kind of just standing there, but instead I have them repositioning to go into the bus. Now at the same time, on the Charlie side of the map, on the Bravo side of the map, we have another bad guy here, but that's not a big deal. And you can see having 4 operators shoot at this Tango finally takes him out, right?
Good job. We're done here.
So it's 26 seconds, but if you do not prep, you end up losing your operators all the time, as you can see here. So I believe that I did multiple runs of this mission, changed weapons. Okay, so you can see am I switching everyone back to the ACR? Okay, I'm switching everyone back to the ACR. Right, so different weapon. I believe the ACR is a little bit, let me move this a little bit. Yeah, the ACR has better movement, better mobility. So that's why I'm kind of doing that. Throw the flashbangs out. Shoot those first. Oh, what happened here? Why did we start over? Oh, operator down. Let's see who shot him. Yep, it was this Tango right here who shot him. This guy shoots this way and operator down. Like I said, these these kinds of missions, you just have to do it over and over again until you get it right. There's no getting it right on the first time. It doesn't matter what you do. You see him kind of readjusting, but still Tango down on the Alpha Charlie corner. I mean, operator down. So you got a man down, you got to start over, readjust the flashbangs, make sure it's hitting the right spot. Try again. What about this time? Oh, this time I think this was a successful attempt. You can see him kind of like readjusting here. No, another operator down, right? So this is the kind of mission you gotta really try again and again. Let's go ahead and watch the more recent attempt. I'm just gonna go back to the beginning here. Um, let's go ahead and watch the more recent attempts here. So this is my more recent attempt of this mission. This one I played on my phone. One second. How do we? There we go. You see, I kind of have the same idea with the flashbangs in the right positions.
Go.
Flash out!
They're here.
So lots of flashbangs popping off. But you can see I don't have them necessarily, bunched up the same way. I have them kind of moving one by one because with the flashbangs, you don't need them, bunched up kind of in that, you know, this right here, right? You can kind of just allow them to to just move. And I believe I'm using the Pandastroika in here. So you can see I'm not zigzagging. I'm not doing any unnecessary movement. I am splitting them up, but just because these two need to go that way and these two need to go that way, right? So instead of, because in the previous successful attempt, excuse me, in the previous successful attempt, I had these guys move this way, right? And that's completely unnecessary. If you're gonna have them move here, then just have them move like this, right? But because I'm splitting these guys up, right? So I'm having these two go here, two go here, two this way, and two this way. That makes sense, right? So it does make sense to split them up, but also no unnecessary zigzagging going on here, right? It's just straight lines, relatively straight lines moving towards their mark, right? So doing a great job of dealing with some tangos.
On your mark.
Throwing a flash in there just in case to cover that. You can see as soon as the flash goes off and as soon as we have more than one or more than two operators there, we move into the bus, take out the last tangos in the bus, and also deal with the tango that's on the Bravo side.
Good job.
And
We're done here.
successful mission, and this took us 19 seconds instead of, I think, 26. So let's go ahead and watch the full replays, one after the other, no interruptions.
Go.
Flash out!
They're here!
X-ray down. Hit. X-ray down. Flash out! X-ray down. On your mark. Clear. On target. No tangos. In position. Flash out! Tango down.
Good job. We're done here.
So you can see they're moving a little bit slow, but they're moving effectively. Let's go ahead and watch this one again.
Alpha, go.
Flash out!
They're here!
Tango down. X-ray down. I got hit. Tango down. Flash out! On your mark. In position. Tango down.
Good job. We're done here.
On your mark.
So that's mission 83 Derailed. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more of these kinds of videos, make sure you subscribe because I put out new videos every Monday and Thursday on noon Eastern Time. And if there's anything that you guys want to see in these videos, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. I'll see you in the next video.